Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and the thumbnail or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time, courtesy of the universe through the language of synchronicity. This is a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. But if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. Don't mind me, I've been trying to fit my flowers that I got for Mother's Day in because they're so pretty. I figured I would share them with everybody. I want to make sure that you'll be able to see this at the end. Wow, we have the soulmate energy coming in. This is from the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy. And the soulmates are talking, they've been coming out a bit in my readings lately here. So, but they're talking about the energy of two people coming together. 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 in this instance. 1 + 1 equals infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond. These are two people that are meeting on a soul level as well as a physical level. And so this is a very beneficial relationship. It's talking about, this represents the higher self network, HSN, source energy, God, the universal powers, and strong communication. So a strong ability to use intuition. And this is representing basically satisfying the soul's needs as well as the physical needs. And this sometimes, if you're not looking for love and you're not looking for romance, you already have that in your life, and this soulmate doesn't have to be about love. It could be someone else that comes into your life. I know it could be a total stranger actually, but it's soulmate energy that you are beneficial for each other. And sometimes it just represents you being very balanced in your masculine and feminine energies and totally being connected and in alignment with higher source energy. We have truth coming out. So the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. So when you have the truth and you know the whole truth about a situation, that's when you can really make educated, strong choices. And it's a gift from the divine. A lot of times people say, well, why did it take so long? And there's a saying, that God never gives you more than you can handle. Sometimes the truth can be hard to handle, but if you get it in pieces rather than all at once, sometimes you handle it better. And so that might be why. There could be a lot going on here because it sure looks like there is. We have the 9 of Pentacles after the truth coming out, so it could have to do with Pentacles. Pentacles represent the energy of health, wealth, and happiness in the third dimensional world. And a big part of that, of course, is money. So the pentacle energy, it's the element of earth, and it's represented with a coin. That's because money is very important in our third dimensional world. But having said that, you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. Like if you don't have your health and you don't have love, but you have a bunch of money, you could still be very unhappy. And so this is talking about the energy of a ratio here. We have 9 pentacles in total, 3, 6, 9. And Nikola Tesla talked about this a lot. If you knew the beauty of the 3, 6, 9, then you would have the key to the universe. And that's represented here by that falcon. That falcon is saying she can send that falcon out at any time and get a strong view on the big picture and also have the detail. Now this is pre-Empress energy. So pre-Empress energy is talking about almost being elevated to the status of Empress. And Empress in Tarot is in the major arcana, and she embodies the qualities of all the 4 queens in the minor arcana because she's had so much life experience, and she's managed to stay on her path and be a really good person through it all and be the best version of herself. And after going through all these different experiences, this is saying that you are almost elevated to an Empress status. In tarot, the most available is 10 Pentacles. So 10 Pentacles would be, you know, the billionaires and trillionaires, and this would be multimillionaire. So this is a lot of coin as well as a really strong lifestyle. This is saying like she has learned the give and take of how much to invest in herself and how much to invest in others and who to invest in and what does she anticipate the return being, and is it a fair exchange? It's all of those things together. Time is, you might have heard the saying, time is money. That's because time is the one thing you cannot ever get back. And so this is talking about her hand is on this 6 Pentacles, which is about 2/3 of what she has, and she makes sure that she keeps that much for herself at all times so that she can make her payments in her home, in her business, make, you know, all the household and business expenses, and then have some left over in case of emergency. These other 3 could represent, like perhaps one is for, she uses to invest a certain amount of in herself. And so this would be more risky investments so that she can build her portfolio. And if it should happen to not work out, it's not going to break her. It's just, and if it does work out, it's going to increase her wealth. This is talking about maybe giving to charity and possibly saving up for some special event, or maybe for a holiday for the family, that type of energy. So she has learned to really develop this art of knowing how much to invest in what, and understands that you have to have gratitude for what you have and apply that gratitude to your life as well. You need to look after yourself. You have to, if she gives away part of this amount and then, or loses it, then she's putting herself in jeopardy, and then she won't be able to give to anyone. So that's a lesson that a lot of times we have to learn in life, and we can see that she has learned this somehow. These next 2 cards, look at these. We'll start with this one. This is the wounded warrior energy. This is someone who, you know, the wands in tarot represent fire, and the wands are made of wood because wood feeds fire, and this is talking about taking passionate action. So this person, like, this is saying she has managed to plant the seeds and land and grow 8 wands here that are standing behind. And this is but you can see how tired this individual is. They've got a band-aid on their head. They have a headache from it all. This is someone who's been determined to stay on their destined path, the one that God had, you know, like when they came through to live on earth. It's like the soul has its needs as well. So staying on the spiritual path as well as on the physical one. And the wounded warrior energy, like this is a huge accomplishment to land 8 of those wands, and they're leaning heavy on this 9th one, and they're holding it close to their heart. So they know, like, they've only got this one and 1 more to go, but you can see the exhaustion setting in. And this quite often represents someone who is staying on the straight and narrow, and because of it, you know, maybe people around them are taking corners and maybe cheating or whatever. Because look at this energy. We have the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is talking about, first of all, the swords represent your the element of air. And so this is your thoughts and other people's thoughts. This is, you know, the swords represent your mental intelligence and your discipline of your mind. So thoughts are expressed through words, and, you know, words could be written or they could be verbal. And then those words quite often turn into action. And so this is saying that you have been stabbed in the back at least 10 times here, and left for unalive here. So there's been a concerted effort from other people's thoughts and actions directed your way, because you can't do this to yourself. I mean, this represents sabotage, and you could sabotage yourself, but not in the back like this. So this represents thoughts coming towards you and actions being taken from those thoughts that cause you to be in this position. Now this can represent this has been going on for a decade. It can represent that it's going on for by 10 different people, and it can be even 10 groups of people. Now when we have this kind of money coming through here, multi-millions of dollars, sometimes this could represent annually something coming out of this that shouldn't be on an annual basis, and it's been like happening, and it's been at least it's been at least 10 times. It's been at least maybe a decade here, because this represents the 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. So this is representing the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So we don't know how many decades this has been going on for, but it's been going on for some time. And it's involving at least one person 10 times, or 10 people 10 times, or 10 times 10, 100. This is a lot of energy to keep you down in this position. Now this is talking about you know, the right hand is in the form of a blessing, and you know, 1 plus 0 that's representing the end of a cycle and rebirth, and we have light at the end of the tunnel. So quite often this represents, okay, this cycle of backstabbing energy is now over, it's coming to an end, and a new cycle is beginning. And I feel like that's when this energy here comes in to facilitate this. Now, you know, these two are very connected. Look how similar they are. So this is you staying on your path and wanting to move forward and doing it in the correct way. And this is people doing their absolute very best to stop you. And it has to do with a lot of pentacles. And the truth is coming out. So that's the energy. We have a cup of love coming in. So this is representing this energy here. Cups in tarot do represent romantic love a lot of the time, but they can also represent love of anyone or anything, and even something you love to do or be. So this energy, quite often this is representing a divine love coming in, ordained by God, and collaborating with the universe to make it happen. This is this dove is representing peace in this cup, and look how it's overflowing. It's like a fountain. It keeps refilling, and it's like an everlasting overflowing, in the flow kind of love. And you notice the water lilies growing on top of the water here. This represents, you know, lilies grow from the bottom, the mud. So sometimes when we have this, you know, real shifty energy, something beautiful grows out of it. And here we have, and the pre-empress energy here is saying you've almost achieved that level because of, and it would be because of going through this, which is kind of interesting, isn't it? That's kind of justice in itself. When people go out of their way to stop you, it makes you stronger. If you stay on your path, it makes you even stronger and more likely to succeed. This is talking, the soulmate energy wouldn't happen unless this had happened, because this has caused, what this is saying, this has caused this person to rely on God. They certainly can't rely on their family and friends here. That's very apparent. And so this cup of love coming in, most likely is this romantic love that's bringing in the soulmate. If it's not romantic, it's someone that is a soulmate that's going to empower you in your business, in what you love to do or what you love to be, that type of energy. And this could be a family member, this could be a friend, it could be a stranger, that, you know, if it's not a lover. If this is a lover, it's more likely to be someone that is very different from your usual type. So just keep that in mind. We have Temperance. So Temperance is considered to be the earth angel of the tarot. A lot of people in the Bible, it says there's 144,000 angels that God sends down to earth. And this is to make the world a more fair, beautiful place. And you see this angel here has her foot in the universal pool of water, and she has her left foot grounded on earth. And so this is talking about her own alchemy, her own personal chemistry being mixed in with the universe, and then bringing that beauty down to earth. And notice how there's already flowers growing where her left foot is grounded. This is about her creativity. And this is the path of glory. With the sun in the background, that's showing that you're on your destined path. That's why this reward of the truth and a cup of love. Like, this is a small little spread here, and we already have 2 aces coming in. So this is about new energy coming in for sure. And it's going to bring significant change. And then we have this energy of the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles is of these seeds, I feel, that were planted and how they're expanding. And you notice how she has her hand on these 6 pentacles, and this person is giving away some of his 6 pentacles. Sometimes this could represent, like, this is like the beginning of learning about discernment when it comes to how much you want to invest in yourself. Yourself is always the best investment, especially if you're educating yourself. Sometimes we can get an education for free, an education from the University of Life. And so that's what this is talking about. This is the 6 pentacles, the seeds that you plant, these seeds that you're planting here. He's already giving away part of this energy, and she wouldn't. She would hang on to this until she could move forward and know that she has that slush fund in case an emergency happens, which could really be the, this is talking about, this is coming in from having learned from experience not to give too much of yourself away to others when you can't afford to do so. And so this is, sometimes this can represent being breadcrumbed also, not getting paid for your work. And quite often that can be because other people have been sabotaging you so that they can get paid for your work. It's that type of energy. So this is talking about this person is giving charity to this person and not to this one. This is talking about the scales of justice here. Or he's hanging that above this person's head. This person has something in his back pocket here that you can see, and he's noticed. And he's like, you're not getting my pentacles. I'm not investing in you when you have what you need already and you're not even using what you have. And so it's learning that discernment. How much are you going to invest in other people? What are you going to invest in? You know, your time, your money, and your energy. Remember, these are lifestyle, not just about money. And so sometimes it's just not worth investing in certain projects. Like if it takes up too much of your time. Time is valuable. Time is money. And then this is talking about the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is someone that would be in a position where they earn their living through the mental intelligence and, you know, through their words and their thoughts. And that would represent someone that's high up in their, like, mastered their profession. So they, you know, quite often this can represent the energy of politicians. So politicians, this is a king. So we're talking president, prime ministers of countries. We're talking someone high up in the Senate, in the Congress, ministers in the federal government, that type of energy. And this quite often also represents the legal system. So this could represent lawyers, head prosecutors, judges, people that are high up, people that also have the ability to be lawmakers, basically, to bring it in, which is those politicians in the upper, you know, government, the Supreme Court, that type of energy. This also, if this was a lawyer, it would represent a lawyer who is probably a partner in a well-established firm. You know, someone that has been at it for a while and has been very successful. And this could be an author, someone maybe that is on the best selling author list in the New York Times, you know, that type of energy. Someone that has been very successful with the written word. This could represent people who write scripts for movies, etc. Sometimes this energy can be surgeons, veterinarians, dentists, that type of energy. What else here? Well, I think you get the picture here. So it's someone that uses their mind, not so much on a physical level that they're doing their work. And this represents the King of Swords, represents that you've learned, like, this is saying, I feel like you've learned the discernment now of how of who and what you are going to invest your time, money, and energy into. And you've learned how to use, use your intelligence, your mental intelligence, to be able to get a lot of shift done. The King of Swords represents someone that understands that words have power. And so it's talking about being able to use your words wisely. And the King of Swords understands that words can either uplift people or they can be used as weapons, and that action speaks louder than words. So if you give your word to someone and then there's no action, your word becomes worthless. Okay, so we do have some prior heartache here. So this heartache is talking about, sometimes this can represent, I mean, when you see this, you can see, oh, it's definitely, there's 3 swords in this person's heart. That's not a good sign. And this is talking about, when you look at it again, though, you realize, oh, the heart is quite big compared to the swords. So these are more like pinpricks or nails, that type of energy. It's bad enough, but there's a possibility of healing from this. Quite often this can represent in romantic love that there was a third party involvement dividing a couple. This can represent gossip, slander. Sometimes it's sitting right here by the legal end of things. This can represent perjury in court, that type of energy. What else here? This can also represent someone who is afraid to speak their truth because their heart is in their throat. And they're afraid for their life. You can't blame them if this is the energy that's been here. And then this also can talk about, there was one other thing that was coming up now. Oh, harsh words being spoken. And so this card quite often, because the swords represent your thoughts, it quite often can be saying that a heartbreaking decision needs to be made. And we have reconciliation. Interesting. So this is talking about someone from your past. There was harsh words spoken. This feels like this is someone that you had a relationship with, a significant other, that type of energy. And quite often when this card comes up, this can be reconciliation would imply that you need to have forgiveness. And that's what this card sometimes means. Perhaps you've decided to forgive someone, or someone's decided to forgive you. Now this is talking about, forgiveness does not mean you have automatic reconciliation. You can forgive someone and never ever speak to them again. You don't even have to tell them you forgive them. Forgiveness is so that you can heal your heart and move forward. Sometimes this is also representing an apology. Someone wants to apologize for whatever has happened here. Definitely this has been in the past, and it's someone probably from your past that's a significant other. Now, because we have, this would be separate energy here, this soulmate energy, although it could be a soulmate or someone that you thought was your soulmate. But if this is a true soulmate, you wouldn't be in this energy from it. This soulmate would be more likely to come in to empower you to heal your heart. Or your heart is healed, and now that's you're drawing that kind of energy in. So this card of reconciliation can also represent reconciliation of your childhood wounds, something that you maybe don't even remember that happened in your childhood. We don't remember much until the age of 6 or 7. And so the 6 of Cups has a lot of illusions in it. You might have a lot of illusions from your childhood that you need to deal with here. Because it looks like this energy is coming into your life now. When you first look at this, it looks like 2 children playing in the yard with these potted flowers, and there's someone in the distance watching over them. But when you look more closely, you realize, wait a minute, this is a gnome, and this is a little woman, and this little woman has a white glove on her hand, and this is saying she does not want to touch the cup. She doesn't want to get her hands dirty. The old hag is walking away and saying, we don't want you, like if you look at her, there's an old hag here and a young woman, depending on if you look from the back or the front. So the old hag is like, she has life experience, and she's like, we don't want your stupid flowers. We don't want to get our hands dirty. They don't even belong to you. Let's go. And then the younger version is saying, as being nice. So she's explaining herself. And this is saying, if someone from your past that did something like this to you, are you still going to be a people pleaser? Are you still going to fall for the same old shift? That's the type of energy. And the flowers here, they're white, representing in tarot, that represents an energy of innocence. But these flowers are not innocent because they're from the nightshade family. And this represents actually datra. And datra is, if children or pets were to ingest this flower, they would become very sick. And so, but shamans sometimes use datra to produce visions in their ceremonies to heal childhood wounds. And so, but they know what they're doing. They've been doing it for centuries, and it's adults, not children. Also, we have this person that was watching over them is actually someone walking away down the path, which is okay because they're not children. But this can be talking about there's being a lot of illusions in your past. This energy is sitting right on this earth angel energy. There's something going on from your past here that needs healing for sure. And that once you get this truth, this information coming in, I feel like you'll have the whole picture. Now, this energy here, and with the white glove, sometimes represents secret society energy, which they call white glove. The Masons call it white glove treatment and slow dagger, when a bunch of people from their society get together and direct thoughts and energy towards someone and cause this, what they call the slow dagger and the white glove treatment. You can Google that. I don't like to even bring that energy into my readings too much, but it is a possibility that you might need to look into. From the bottom to the top and back down again, we have the Ace of Swords, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth coming in, so help you God. This is something that happened in your past energy, and it could be someone from your childhood. It could be that something you don't know from your childhood that needs healing. This could represent some pentacles maybe that are involved from your childhood, which would imply there would be some sort of trust fund or inheritance or something that maybe you don't know about. And then the King of Swords can represent that lawyer and energy. So someone is looking into this. There's some sort of energy being put towards that. This has been very heartbreaking for you. It may have involved, whatever has happened here may have involved family members and people in your inner circle, even someone that was your spouse or a lover that was close to you. And then this could represent someone that you thought was a soulmate but wasn't. But God is sending in a soulmate for you. And I feel like that could be this energy here. This is the one person that we have here that has total authority to be able to do something like that. So that's basically this reading is talking about some sort of information is coming in. If you've been in this type of energy, you'll know it. But there's some sort of lifestyle issue here. Like you're being breadcrumbed when you should be in this energy. That's the energy I'm picking up. And yeah, so if this resonates with you, please do give it a like and comment. Consider subscribing. If you resonate with the channel, I would be honored. I'm going to clarify this for those that want clarification. I'm using my Oracle Tales from the Vector. And let's see here. I started this in 2007, and in 2020, I'm an artist. I completed all the paintings for this, and it is... I have a website, talesfromthevector.com, and I have the numbers on these cards represent the gallery of the paintings and how they're numbered in that gallery. And so this energy, I will put the numbers that come up in the reading here. Sorry, my cat's tail. I will put the numbers that come up in the readings here in the description box below. The information for my website is there. If you want to take a look at that, it may give you further clarity. They do say that pictures paint 1,000 words. So here we have the Earth Star energy, and this is the manifester. So this is talking about being able to manifest at a strong level, like once this information comes in. And especially, I do feel that this is bringing in some sort of a soulmate, and it may be this King of Swords energy. And then we have otherworldly and worldly desires. So this is a karmic space that we can fall in where we kind of give up on ourselves. We get so tired here, exhausted from being on our destined path, which is this energy here. That you know, the sabotage and everything, we just we lose the ability to continue to go after our authentic desires. So this is talking about your soul needing to be fulfilled, as well as your spiritual side needs to be fulfilled, as well as your physical energy. There was some sort of deception here for sure, and I feel like unfortunately, it does look like it may have involved someone that you were in a partnership, like a commitment. This could be a spouse. And quite often, this energy here can represent a divorce lawyer. So this could be someone clearly that it didn't work out that well. And you're probably divorced or separated from them. This is someone also that probably kiss me good. There was a hex in the city. This energy was involved definitely in all of this energy here. And it probably was a third party involvement. And this could be representing with this from your childhood. It could be someone that was really close to you that was involved with your partner and also involved in this energy. So, you know, you may belong to a family that belongs to a secret society, and you just never knew it because it's secret. And if you're not like in part of that society, you're not included in the society. And quite often those can represent all sorts of different societies and different religions. I could name about 20 off the top of my head, and that you probably could also, that you've heard about. That's something you need to look into if this is resonating with you and you feel like, oh, that would explain a lot. And it may sound weird, but like if you're not like the society, when there's those types of energy, the society is more important than any individual. And so if you are someone that belongs to any one of these societies, cults, religions, whatever, you are committed to that energy, that group energy, before any individual, and so are they. So that's why they keep it secret. And then we have the guiding star energy. So this is following your North Star. That is definitely this wounded warrior energy and the earth angel energy. It's about using your crown chakra is what allows you to get in connection with source energy. We have the moon. The moon is coming in because there's hidden illusions and secrets. And if you use your intuition and your ability to be intuitive, and add that to your logic, you're more likely to figure out what is going on here. There definitely is something happening here, and it definitely has involved this energy of you know, falling and failing in love is a matter of I. And I feel like it's sitting right here, like kind of in between these cards. And what it's saying is that you have to love yourself. Like sometimes you have to put yourself first. You can't always be putting the needs of others before you, or you end up being in this position where you might be giving to someone who doesn't really need it, and then you have a shortfall and you can't move forward because you've given too much of yourself, time, money, and energy to others. And that's sometimes a lesson that we all have to learn in life. And then at the very top, we have Sagittarius energy here. So this could represent when the horoscope signs come in, I'm not talking about individuals, so I just want to make that clear to you. I'm talking about the energy of the sign, the state of being of that sign. Every sign in the zodiac has its strengths and weaknesses, and we can learn from all of them. And if you ever get your birth chart done, you'll find that you have probably most of the signs, if not all of them, in your chart. So everybody has a little bit of every sign in us, and we can learn from that energy and learn to use it in a real strong, wise way. whether it's in our chart or not. So the Sagittarius energy is about expanding rather than contracting. So this energy is going to allow you to expand. And it's also talking about wanting more adventure in your life. And I feel like this soulmate energy, you'll have like someone to enjoy that with. That's what this is talking about. So it's expansion also of your relationships. And, you know, coming into this pre-Empress energy, it's talking about everything that you've learned, the type of partner that you're going to attract now. It might be someone very different from you, but it will be someone that shares a lot of the same experiences that you've had as a child, etc. And that you might be in a real, like it'll be a real beautiful, strong adventure. This also represents a lot of people feel that in the Sagittarius constellation has a black hole in it, and a lot of people feel that this is the cosmic heart of the Milky Way. So this is saying there's cosmic love coming towards you. Cosmic love is the universe and God conspiring to bring this about for you. So this is beautiful energy. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Give it a like and comment, and consider subscribing if you resonate. Bye for now.